I have a Ryobi 18 volt chainsaw, 10-inch blade. It's actually it's an excellent saw, and I just want to show you some updates on this thing. Not updates, but something that I found, that if you're being too lazy out there, not keeping your chain sharp or keeping the fluid up, you're gonna have problems. So first what I'm gonna do is, and also I'm gonna clean it, which I already did anyway, but anyway. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove your battery. Get your battery out of it. That way it doesn't turn on you by accident. Turn the chainsaw outside, get yourself a 1/2 inch or a 13 millimeter socket. Loosen this nut up. Remove the cover. Clean it up as necessary. Inspect your chain catch right here. Make sure it's not all bent up and chewed up. And then what you do is just go ahead and grab your bar assembly and just pick it up a little bit, push it towards the sprocket, pick up the whole thing. What you want to do is go ahead and oil up your chain, sharpen it as necessary. Go around, get a little screwdriver and go inside the groove and clean the groove. And then also make sure that your little sprocket on the end turns and it is not all wore out. Mine's pretty decent. Clean up your surfaces before you go back together. My main thing that I found out was I had a lot of debris underneath here. So I took this Torx T20 out. And I lost it. And I pick it up. All right, put that over there. Take this off. Inspect it, make sure it's not all chewed up. Mine's getting a little bit worn. All right. And also the chain is going into my plastic. The reason is because when I was using it, the chain had a lot of excess play in it. It was flopping around inside here. So try to keep your chain adjusted properly. If you don't, then you're gonna have this problem of it chewing into your case. And you don't wanna do that. You don't wanna ruin it. Such a decent saw, you know. So, clean it all up. Put your guide in there. Notches up. Put your bolt in there. T20. I'm gonna snug this baby up. Don't want to over twist it because it's only in plastic. Don't want to kill it. Okay. Like I said, I don't have a ratchet on it or anything, I just use my hand. Yes, that will get some debris stuck in there and lift it up. I'm gonna have to look on a parts list and see if I can find this. Possibly even this side of the case, who knows. All right, so then we'll clean up your bar, clean up the groove, a little screwdriver, flat blade. Make sure it's all clean so when it sits down on here, it's a nice clean surface. All right, my bar is cleaned. I got my chain on there. And make sure you look at the little schematic they give you. That's the tooth, and that's the cutting edge right here. That's the cutting edge right there. Them should be sharp. Pretty good. Also right here is a little port. That's for your oil. Comes out if you do have oil. So make sure that's clean. I always blow my stuff off with air. Scrape it out. Wipe it out. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to take your bar and play it over there like that and get it over the sprocket. And pull on a little bit. And there you go. Then you want to loosen up your adjuster a little bit, which would be counterclockwise. And that's that pin right there. On this one, some have a little notch on there to go on there, but this one don't. It just sits on there. So you want to guide that on there. And you want to make sure your pin goes into the hole, which is right there, adjuster hole. Make sure it goes in there. Make sure this gets flat. I'll need 2 hands to do that. Okay, it snapped in there. No gap. Snugged up with my fingers. Pulled down the chain a little bit. Now I'm going to adjust it. You don't want to over tighten it because then you'll bend your little adjuster inside there. Yeah, going in there. Sucking up in there. Pulls out, got a little bit of extra tension on there, snaps back in. That's pretty decent. So now I'll snug that up and I'll recheck it because sometimes when you tighten this up, it tightens the bar up. I got this tight. And then what you want to do is you want to be able to pull this out. Let's see. Let's see, hold on. See how far I pull it out? Pulling out pretty good. And it should snap in back in place. So that's a decent tension. So when you use it, you always want to check it. Shouldn't be able to pull it past the bar. Just right there. I should tighten it up just a little bit more. And then always make sure you can turn it. Okay? Look at that, see? Now I definitely got to tighten it up. Forgot about that. Okay, before you adjust it, you want to loosen your nut up, just loosen it up, and then go ahead and turn your tensioner screw in clockwise. And occasionally when you're adjusting it, go ahead and grab it and pull it. All right? And then also you want to be able to check your tension. Let's see. Okay, I got mine in the vise. I can go ahead and pull on it. You know, it's good. This chain is bent because I got it pinched in my tree that I just cut. I'll show you that in a second. All right, so now got the tension you like. Go ahead and tighten it up the nut, and then double check your tension to make sure it doesn't tighten up on you. Okay, so now that's good. This is ready for next time. So you can always put some oil in it, put your battery in it, and run it. Get that oil circulate in there because it runs through that oil real fast. And like most people, I use mine a lot. So let's go check it out. One other thing, make sure your oiler works, okay? It says a little pumper on it, so as soon as you pump it, while you're pumping it, you can spin it. And then double check to make sure it works. It's like a little primer bulb. Okay. Remember my blade has got, my chain has got a little kink in it, so you see the oil on there, that's good. Now I know it's working. All these trees, I used a Ryobi pole saw. All right, I trimmed them all, you know, the big branches on the pines. You can see where I cut. And then I get them onto the ground, and I use my battery operated chainsaw, one I just got done cleaning. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and cut them up, the big branches. I'll cut them up, and here they are from the pine trees. These are the branches. I use that little saw. And this one, this was a ornamental pear tree. I cut all of them up with that little saw. Ryobi cordless 18 volt. And I did all that with the cordless Ryobi. I had a storm here and knocked half this tree down, so I had to cut it all up. And I finished up taking the other 4 sections down yesterday. I cut all this with the 18 volt Ryobi. Cut all these up with the Ryobi 18 volt. I have an electric Remington, but then I gotta bring the cord out. So I cut all that up. Now I'm gonna get my chipper and use my chipper to clean it up. All right, so the Ryobi is a decent saw. Fits my pocketbook. I have all Ryobi equipment, so just happens to be what I got, and I like it. All right, hopefully I helped you out with this video. So enjoy. Wow.
God, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. We're on the upper half. Are we gonna do the upper half?
Eventually.